Hey Clubhouse fam, Jim here with another workout for your Quaran-Training at home. First, a couple of quick things. A quick PSA, obviously you're washing your hands more, that's great. One thing that I really want to bring up though is that if you're a smoker, I really want you to consider that now is a wonderful time to quit cold turkey, because what you're doing is you're taxing your lungs every time you have a cigarette, or if you're a pot smoker, still every single time you're breathing in any kind of smoke, you're taxing your lungs. And this virus taxes the lungs, and it's also more detrimental to people who already have lung issues. So really do consider that now is a great time, if you've been thinking about it, to start to make the transition to a non-smoking lifestyle. There are other factors to consider too. What do you wish that you would have achieved with your health before this big unknown hit us all? Take that into consideration whenever you're thinking about working out, or you think about working out and you're like, nah, I'm not going to do that today. Consider how much better off you will be in the future if you go and make those moves right now to make sure that you are healthy and strong and protected. The second thing is, last video we talked about using your clock as a timer. I forgot to introduce you to what we use at Clubhouse. It's this little app right here. I don't know if it's going to go blurry on me. Right there, called Interval Timer, okay? It kind of looks like that. What's great about Interval Timer is I can set specific timing routines and it'll ding at me every single time I'm supposed to rest or stop. We love this thing. You can download it for free. It does have some ads on it. We paid I think $2 to get it on our phones ad-free. Best purchase ever. I use this thing every single class. So consider getting Interval Timer. The way I set up my timer for this workout, I make sure we're on 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 4 rounds through, and at the end of the 4th round, I tack on an additional 20 seconds of not only rest, but transition time for a total of 30. This workout should take you around 24 minutes if you don't adjust your timing scheme at all. All right, let's talk about the workout. So today, using a basketball, or an approximation, we'll also be using our trusty backpack. I brought that back, and we'll be using a mop handle. These workouts are going to be insane, and they're awesome. We're doing the same 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 4 times through at each station. The moves that we have on the board: a ball roll push-up, arm circles, you can do those weighted or unweighted, they still work both ways, a handstand hold, and don't worry, I'll show you an analogous move in case this one's a little too strenuous. We have wall balls, using that same ball we're using for the roll push-up. We have a lateral lunge, that can just be body weight, or you can use the backpack as weight. We have the Mop Pull-Up and the Mop Chin-Up, get ready for those. And then the backpack squat halo. Now, if you already know how to do all this stuff, you can hit stop. If you'd like to see a demonstration, let's go! So at the club we didn't have a basketball, but what I do have is this bouncy 12-pound weighted ball. Basketballs are just great. If you have a weighted ball, it might actually be a little easier because that weight helps you stay a little more stable, okay? I have a mat behind me in case I need to drop to my knees. Feel free to do that at any time. And I recommend that you keep your feet really far apart for a nice base for support. This is what it looks like. You start with the ball underneath one hand, feet wide, give a good push-up all the way to the ground, roll it, catch it, big push-up all the way to the ground, roll it, push it, back and forth, like so. The next move we're going to do are arm circles. So if you have small weights at home, or you have a couple of blocks of cheese that weigh maybe 1 pound each, those would really work well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my arms completely, and I'm just going to make the smallest, tightest, fastest circles I possibly can in one direction for 30 seconds. That's already burning, okay? Those work really well. Now, since we're doing 4 rounds, what I want you to do is first round go forward, second round go back, third round forward, 4th round back, all right? So this next move is epic for the shoulders, okay, and your upper traps, these muscles right here. So we're gonna do a handstand hold. I'm gonna show you 2 ways to get up into it, and then I'm gonna show you an analog that will still have the same function, but will be a little easier for you if you've never done this move before, all right? Here we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start standing. This is how I like to get up into them. Also, pick a surface that is dark maybe, so you're not worried about your shoes marking them. I do recommend wearing shoes while doing this move. It's going to be very difficult to do this in socks, or bare feet, or human feet. But here's what it looks like. I'll start up here. As I flip up, I'm going to plant my hands about 6 inches away from the wall. I'm going to catch the wall with one of my feet, and then extend both of my legs and keep them together and keep everything tight. Now you may want to tuck your shirt in for a move like this. If you have people around you don't really want to flash, So we'll do a quick tuck, and here we go. Flipping up, touching the wall, and holding. Now, I'm pressing through my shoulders to try to push the world away from me, and I'm just holding. Make sure to breathe the whole time, okay? Here's the other way to get up into that. We're gonna start in a plank on the ground and our feet on the wall, and we're gonna walk our feet up while we walk our hands back. This can be easier for people to get up into if they're not used to the flipping and the inversions, but getting down out of this one can be a little tougher. So, starting in the plank, hands on the ground, feet on the wall, walk the feet and hands back. Same result, okay? I'm gonna walk back down and fall. So, whenever you're doing an inversion, make sure that when you come out of it, you get a lot of deep breaths in. If you need to hang out on the ground for a little bit, please do so, because you have a lot of blood you just put in your head, and it's all gonna come back down into your system. So make sure to take your time getting in and out of this move, especially 4 rounds. Here's the analog.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. Can't do. What you're gonna do is get a bench or a chair. You're going to position your feet up in the chair, like so, and then you're gonna walk those hands back and try to hold a handstand position as best you can. Keep the abs tight, and then you can walk out of it when you're done. That works incredibly well. Okay, for the next move, we're going outside. Man, it is a ghost town out here. Okay, so I have my ball again. We have this high wall, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm gonna place my feet maybe about 2 feet away from the wall. I'm gonna have my ball at my chest. I'm gonna squat down, toss it against the wall, catch it, back into a squat, toss, catch it, back into a squat, okay? The important thing here is, I do not want you shooting it like a basketball, okay? That will work one side of your body more than the other. I want both hands on the ball here, and out of that squat, both release at the same time. The next move is a lateral lunge. I don't know what to do with my hands on this one if I'm not holding something, so I just hold them right here. What I'm going to do is step out from a very narrow foot position into a lateral lunge. Now, the foot that I leave behind, this leg stays straight. This foot, I'm gonna bend and put all my weight over the heel, not over the toe. In order to do that, the hips have to drop back. Now I have all the weight in that heel. I'm gonna spring up, step together, and then go out on the other side. Same move. Get as low as you can each time and really jump back up to center. Yes, it's 4 rounds, but we're gonna go alternating every step, okay? If you really wanna work extra hard, do all one leg for 30 seconds and then all the other. Okay, now it's time for that mop work. So as you can see, I have my mop handle, this is a scrub brush handle, laying across these 2 stools. Now, it's safer, honestly, if you have a chair with a back to it that you can lay over the back, especially if it has posts that keep the thing from sliding around. All that we have are these stools, so I'm gonna make it work, okay? So here's what we do. In order to keep this mop handle from breaking, we don't want to put all of our weight right in the middle, okay? We want to extend that weight out and distribute it evenly on both sides as close to these stools as possible. So, I'm going to get into position first, directly underneath the handle. Now, I'm going to grab overhand as close to the stools as possible. My feet go straight, and I pull myself up. That is going to smoke your back shoulder and your lats. Now the next move, the Mop Chin-Up. Again, placing my hands as close to the stools as possible, pull myself up. Okay? So, the difference between those 2 moves, when you have an overhand grip, you put a lot more work into your lat and posterior shoulder chain. When you have an underhand grip, you're transitioning a lot of that tension into your bicep muscle. So, very important to get those 2 different grips. Try to keep the legs as straight as possible throughout this move, but if it starts getting really tough, bend those knees, put those feet more underneath you, and then you can use them to try to help you get up. But I still want you to think about the muscles you're trying to feel the squeeze in while you're using them. The backpack is back. This is our final move of the 8. This is an excellent shoulder opener, but we're also gonna add a component that works our glutes into it as well. So this is the backpack squat halo. Now, first off, make sure to have some fairly heavy weight in your bag, but not more so than you could easily press overhead, okay? Because we wanna make sure that we protect the rotator cuff throughout this move, and we do that with a little lighter weight. Also, I'm grabbing all the loose components of the backpack that I possibly can, because we are going to be taking this overhead, and we want to make sure that one, we've closed all the zippers so nothing falls out, and two, nothing's smacking us weirdly in the face, okay? So I hold my backpack here, both arms at a 90-degree angle on both sides of my body. Now I'm going to show you from this angle. First, shoulders back, just like a regular squat. Back a little bit. Hop all the way down, weight is in the heel right here. Push through the glutes to stand up. Now, from this point, turn forward for you, I'm going to bring the backpack around. See how my head goes through this little window I've created by keeping my arms at a 90? It goes really close to my head, elbows stay narrow. I pull it down over that shoulder, and then I go back around the other direction, pull it down over that shoulder. Then we go into another squat, like so. Pardon my tummy. I need to buy bigger shirts. My shoulders got way bigger than they used to be, and now my shirts don't fit. So this is what the move looks like. Ta-da! That is it for our workout demonstration, everybody. As I did in the last video, I'm gonna type all this out in the description below for easy copy and pasting into any of your apps, notes, anything like that, so you can always come back to it and hit this great workout again. Also, don't forget to tag a friend. If this is on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, make sure to get other people watching this video, and hell, maybe they can do the workout with you if everybody's healthy. Please comment below and let me know what you thought about it. I'm going to put a subscribe orb right here so you can subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to put the last video I did right there so you can check that out too. Thank you all so much. I hope this workout is great for you. Keep moving. Wash those hands.